What is Digiclusters project and what we have done during the project lifetime? Okay, we made a consortium from 7 partners from 4 countries: Latvia, Spain, Lithuania, and Poland. We were set up as technology partners and digital innovation hubs, and food and packaging clusters from these countries and regions. So we were quite a diverse community. Main aim was to speed up industrial modernization of agri-food and packaging sectors by using a cluster-facilitated cross-industry hackathon model. So this is our model that Latvian IT cluster offered to consortium partners to try out, and we have done this during our Digiclusters project. We made our project and our activities on real ecosystems in our countries, in our regions, taking into account technology providers there and these food and packaging companies, and how it is connected together with smart specialization of our regions. So our project, as the others, had 3 main phases: preparation, implementation, and investment phase. Firstly, in preparation phase, we made partnership strategy, and we set up a map and roadmap how we will proceed during our project, taking into account this cluster facilitated cross-industry hackathon tool, how we will approach our SMEs. Then we followed with the cluster strengthening activities between clusters. We had study visits in our regions, connected with bigger events like Mazovia Development Forum and Foro Transfere in Spain. We also had one interregional bootcamp where we, as coordinator and also the idea author of hackathon model, where we explain partners how we can use this model into the project, how partners can adapt our proposed model, and how we can elaborate these activities in the project. Then we, of course, tried out this cluster facilitated cross-industry hackathon model. Firstly, we did that in regional level. Every partner made their own regional, or as we called, local hackathon. And afterwards, we created one big international cross-industry hackathon in Riga, where where partners from all the countries provided their solutions. Firstly, they provided their challenges from the agri-food and packaging sectors, and of course also ICT companies that could help solve those challenges, and making this cross-regional and cross-country collaboration happen. There were totally 7 cases to solve in our this international hackathon. And what is really this cluster facilitated cross-industry hackathon model that we are talking about? I guess you already have taken part in some maybe online hackathons right now, and some real on-site hackathons previously. This hackathon is mostly common in startup community, but we are using the methodology from the startups, but with the corporate focus. The corporate doesn't mean that there are huge companies. This focus means that those are mature companies who are providing challenge, and those who are providing solution for the challenge. So those are not startups or students. So that's why the result is more mature and more sustainable. So we use this hackathon approach by splitting 48 hours non-stop working into bigger time slot in 5 weeks, that every let's say Tuesday afternoon, 5 weeks in a row, the hackathon workshops would happen. The partners, the participants were invited to participate, and each week there was different theme of the workshop, like business development, pitching, user experience, all those types and different topics that are relevant to SMEs and companies to improve their business and improve their digital transformation. So firstly, we need to collect the challenges from agri-food and packaging sectors. This took quite a lot of time, because sometimes companies can't formulate the exact challenge, and it took a long time to do that. Afterwards, we searched for ICT providers that could solve, that could possibly work on this challenge. In our cluster members and in our cluster communities. Then actual hackathon workshops happened, and afterwards there's this evaluation part or follow-up part where the agri-food and packaging companies can evaluate the proposed solution, or their readiness to implement the solution, or check available resources. There was I would like to present one example from international hackathon, where a producer of vegetables and fruits from Spain has a challenge to check their product's quality with non-invasive methods. And the solution provider from Latvia made a proposal for artificial intelligence tools for this quality checkup. They are still in contact. The Latvian company went to the Spain and checked on field what is set up in the food producer company, what they still need to be done to implement this kind of solution, allocate resources, and so on. They are working also on some new ideas for additional funding projects. And in investment phase activities, we continue at this cross-sectoral matchmakings between companies and other relevant organizations. We have created one best practice handbook where we represent our model, this hackathon model that could clusters easily implement in their activities. We also created a policy brief and online handbook about our findings, and of course next long-term cooperation agenda, and how we can proceed with this Digicluster partnership further. I would say the main achievement is that we have created a great team, that we have created this personal trust between project partners, and we are willing to continue our cooperation. we have decided also to boost this digital transformation with our available tools in our cluster organizations, in our technology provider organizations. We have started one new project, Clusters Go International, for export markets in this kind of cross-industry setup. And we also are planning to, we have applied for also INSAP project to continue and expand this partnership. For SMEs, I would like to point out that after participation in cross-industry hackathons, they have improved their knowledge about available technologies for digital transformation. They have been received some coaching and mentoring how to better improve their business model, how to start their digital transformation. And and for these achievements, they say that these are the main reasons why they have participated and what they have gained from participation in the project. So shortly about KPIs, we have achieved more than 36 projects that are mostly where our consortium partners are partners, where our cluster members are, got extra funding for their digital transformation activities. We have reached quite a lot of SMEs that are in our networks, and of course created linkages between other business support organizations in our community. I would point out specific learnings into the project towards the SMEs, that if we want to digital transformation happen in food or packaging companies, they need to change these mindset and leadership management, because without the leader, no changes will happen. And also SMEs have to dedicate some human resources, some funding resources for these things to happen. And of course we have been creating these tailor-made activities for SMEs that has to be also simple and understandable. Simple steps has to be taken to provide this start of digital transformation. As from the cluster point of view, I would say that these maintaining personal contacts are the ones who are the most important between partners in these kind of projects. Also, we are identified that clusters as a neutral player in the market is the one who has to take the lead also to matchmake agri-food and packaging companies, the ICT companies. And yes, we have identified 5 axes of cooperation within Digiclusters partners, create synergies between already existing activities in our network, in our organizations, just to have this bigger dissemination and bigger impact from already ongoing initiatives. And yes, this is shortly about the Digiclusters.